So I'm hoping that you guys bought stock in Kleenex. Everyone in the theater just sobbing.
Wow.
It's such an affecting film, and it's not just the tears, right? There's humor in there as well. Can we talk a bit about how how you use humor to help the grieving process, and why it's important to keep that?
Because life is painful and hilarious.
It's a little like, James Brooks, I think, in his prime, did it best, how life is everything. When you think in terms of endearment, it's like tragedy, but comedy and moments of levity, and life is complicated and it's never just one thing. I think this movie does that very well.
Yeah, it really does. How much of a toll did playing Nicole take on you? Like, how did it affect you?
I mean, I was very sensitive a lot of the time that we were filming, but it was not. It was emotionally very open, very heavy, but it was not taxing. It felt like. It felt like it was the right thing to be doing. I don't know how to explain it, really. It kind of just felt like that was what was supposed to be going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Did you connect with Dane at all?
The actual man or the character?
The actual man.
I met him once about halfway through, and he couldn't have been kinder and more supportive. I had to separate myself a little bit from Dane, so I didn't worry how Dane was going to feel about the performance, because there are some parts of the Dane character that are like a little dorky, or like I do some stand-up comedy where I make Dane not a great stand-up comedian. But I hope that he's proud when he sees the movie, because the way he stepped into their lives emotionally is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. All of us that saw the film have been talking a lot about the idea of Dane and a friend like Dane.
Yeah.
And like, do you have a friend like Dane, or could you be a friend like Dane if something like that happened to a good friend of yours? Do you feel like you guys could step in that way?
You just don't know, do you? I like to think I could, especially after this experience. I like to really think I could, but you don't know until you're put to the test. What do you think?
I think that I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like working with Violet and Isabella?
It was really beautiful. They were fun, and they brought a lot of light to the set when, especially, there were a lot of kind of heavier moments, and even also just kind of the locations. We did a bit in some hospitals, and that was heavy, filming in hospitals, but then having these girls running around and like goofing off all the time, it made everybody kind of goof off all the time.
Yeah. Did it help you sort of, not that you needed help connecting to Nicole and what she was going through, but did it ground it even more for you? We're watching the scenes where you're laying there in bed with them, and I keep thinking about my own kids. Like, having them there with you, did that connect even more for you?
Yeah, for sure. I don't have children of my own, but I'm a pretty maternal person. I really, really care about people.
Yeah.
And I really cared about these girls so much. So, yeah, having them there, basically, it was kind of just like in a split second, everything hurt so much because I really loved them so much.
What do you want people to get about not just the idea of grief, but like the fullness of life from seeing this? Because like you said earlier, it shows you so much.
I feel like this film is a good perspective on what it is like to love without abandon, even when things are extremely messy. To not shut down or shut off or close yourself off to other people or to the people that you love or your family. It's to really lean into your life. And I think it's so easy now to be so shut away and disconnected. And this film is the opposite of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks, guys. It was beautiful.
Thank you.